Hey everybody, welcome back to another review. Today we are taking a look at Marvel Legends Spider-Boy. So, doing a little bit of research, I figured out that this character is only about one year old in the Marvel Comics series. He's had a pretty rough history too. He's from Earth 616. Through a series of events through the multiverse of Spider-Man, he came back and no one remembers who he is, which makes perfect sense. We had no idea who he was. Apparently he was Spider-Man's sidekick forever, and nobody knows who he is, not even Peter Parker himself. So there's a lot to unpack here. I have not actually purchased a Spider-Man figure in quite some time, and I figured, you know what? This guy looks interesting. He's got the red and the blue, just like Spider-Man does, and I noticed he has fangs. So, doing a little bit of research, I also figured out that there's a reason behind it, but we'll talk about that in a second. Let's take a look at the packaging. Legend series, Spider-Boy, kind of has a Spider-Man 2099 feel to it, just because of like some of the pattern and design on him. You've got the red, white, and blue sneakers. Gives off a very Miles Morales vibe to him as well. Miles, he is not. He is not a Peter Parker. He is not any of those guys. His name is Bailey Briggs. He's a redheaded young Spider-Boy. I don't know the exact age of him. I had to guess. He's got to be at least a high schooler at the very least. So there he is in the packaging. There's his little gadget he wears on his back. I didn't get too far into the research of what this is for. Maybe it's just for decoration. It might have something else entirely that it can do. I'll leave you guys to let me know what he does. If you read the comics that have Spider-Boy in them, like I said, he's a very new character, and he's been, in this particular series, he's been completely retconned into the story with Peter Parker and Miles and any other Spider-Man that he comes across. So let's get this guy out of the packaging and onto the figure stand, and let's take a look. Let's take a closer look at him. Okay, and we are back. So handling this figure, it's interesting. Marvel Legends, wow. The price point, let's talk about that really quick. It seems really high for this kind of figure. Just handling it, the quality of it is not the greatest. I think it's because I'm so used to handling figures like the Gundam Universe or even the Street Fighter line from Jada Toys. It's definitely closer to, like, I would say probably like Jada Toys Mega Man figures, very soft vinyl. But real quick, there's something I always forgot, guys. You see this warning right here? Don't eat your toys. You'll choke on the parts. Anyway, it's kind of a thing I want to do now to make sure you guys know not to eat your toys. So here he is on the stand. He looks cool. I mean, he's a Spider-Boy. He's a young kid. Like I said, if I had to guess, he's in high school. He has a pretty tragic story from what I've seen so far. Nobody remembers who he is. He was basically shoehorned into the story, and nobody knows who he is. No one remembers him, not even the villains, nobody. So you'll have to check out the comic for it. I actually watched a video. I believe the channel name is Comic Variant. It's pretty good. It's less than 10 minutes long. Gave me a quick rundown of the character himself. So while it seems like he has a pretty interesting story, I really wish Marvel Legends would have given it a better figure treatment. So this is what he looks like up close and personal. And his mask looks pretty good. He looks a little different in the comics as far as like the way those like eyes look all on his face and everything. I get it. Spiders, they have more than two eyes. I don't know anything about spiders and arachnids and all that stuff, but that's what we know. So real quick, going over the joints and whatnot on this figure. His head can move in a 360. He can look all the way up He can look all the way down, which is really good. It's a Spider-Man figure. He should be able to do that, right? His torso, he can only go back about that far. He can go this far down, which is really awesome. Spider-Man figure, he should be able to do that. Waist, 360 is fine, I guess. I mean, you'll never see Spider-Man do this, or Spider-Boy. The arms, they go up about yay high, which is pretty good. Let's bring his arm down. You can do a full 360. It's on a really soft clicking ratchet joint. Yeah, it's a ratchet. It's soft. This right here, it literally feels like I can pull his arm off. So he's got the complete bicep swivel 360 movement. He's got, is that a double jointed elbow? Hold on, guys. I'm really trying to not. Yeah, it's a double jointed elbow. Okay. It took some finesse. Again, it's soft. Be very careful with this. Let's bring it back down. He's got swivel at his wrist. You can point it forward like that. You can point it back like this, which is, it makes sense. He's Spider-Man. You can shoot webs, right? No, actually, Spider-Boy doesn't have web shooters. I guess from whatever story they wrote for him, they may have explained it later. Because again, this character's a year old, and I've never read the comics about him. I don't know anything about this character. Just what I've been reading, and not reading, but like seeing about the character itself through YouTube and all that stuff, and Wiki and all that good stuff. So he has web shooter hands, which is just strange to me. If he gets the cartridges later, if Peter Parker decides to make them for him or whatever, then I guess that's fine. That works. But when he's first introduced, he doesn't have that ability. Anyway, so he can do the splits, which is great. He has a thigh swivel. It's kind of tough on mine, but it's all right. Double jointed knee, which is great. He can kick. He can hurricane kick like a Street Fighter character, Ken, Ryu, Akuma. He can go back about that far, but then you kind of get in this weird angle for his feet. I don't understand this. Why did we give this weird calf spin swivel? I don't understand it. His feet can go, well, if you force, I mean, you're looking at that. Back, not really. It's like it's in there, but because the sneaker, the way it's designed, like I'm really trying to just look through the camera and on the outside of this, and there's no toe pivot. And there's no ankle rocker either. So again, you're kind of limited with posing on this guy. So as far as that goes, on the back, he's got this little gadget that it comes with. You can take it off, of course, but you're going to expose the giant gaping peg hole in the back. So it doesn't look right. Unless, again, you face your figures to the wall and you get annoyed that they have holes in their back. So this goes on him. It gives him a little bit of color variation. I'm not usually this critical on figures. I don't like the price of this. I really feel like he should have been closer to if you're still going to try to, overcharge for your figures, at least close to the $19.99 price point, maybe $17.99. But realistically, this is like $14.99 action figure. But nowadays, 2025, everything's expensive. So cost of goods is through the roof and everything else. Yeah, look at that. That's a really tight thigh swivel. Gotta be really careful with that. These are on like really weird soft joints. You could easily break this figure if you're not careful. So, which, God, that was really rough. Woof. Ball peg. Let's take this head and put it over here. There you go. I actually put it on pretty good. So yes, he has fangs. Why does he have fangs? He can't shoot web, but he has fangs because he can actually bite whoever he's fighting, and it injects a paralyzing venom. Because the first time he did it to Electro, and Peter thought that he killed him, and he said, "Relax, it's paralyzing venom. He's not dead, I promise." So this Spider Boy, he's not a killer. He doesn't use webs. He bounces around New York City like he's a flea. And he bites them. If I didn't say that already, he bites his opponents. So, which is pretty cool. It's different, but at the same time, I kind of feel like let's just give the kid web cartridges. Come on, you know. So he's not terrible. I just don't think he should have been anywhere near the price that he is. Again, he should have been more of a budget line Spider-Man, Spider-Boy. So, you know, there's that, like the weird swivel that I got here. He has the web shooter hands, and I don't understand why he shouldn't. Because, again, unless he gets that ability much later on in the comics that I'm not aware of. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Let me know in the comments. Say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. He does get them later. The red paint that they use up here doesn't quite match the red molded plastic material down here. If you're wondering about that, you can kind of see the shininess to this and the paint up here compared to this down here. It's not the same. So if you are a stickler about color schemes and whatnot, either A, don't buy the figure, or B, repaint it or color correct it yourself. So that's just an FYI. If you are interested in this figure, I will leave a link down below. If you're just that much of an aficionado or a Spider-Man collector, like I said, it is an affiliate link. It does help me out if you want to purchase it. Yeah, he doesn't want to stand up now. Maybe I broke his shins. I don't know. So we'll put him back up here. It's a slow spinner. It shouldn't knock him down, but whatever. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This video was way longer than I wanted it to be, but I want to kind of give you some insight about the character himself. And while the figure is not great, I really think his story arc, from what I've seen so far, is pretty good. So I just wish that his figure was much better. So what do you guys think? Do you like Spider-Boy? Do you think that he will have a long-standing relationship with Peter Parker and be around for a while? Let me know down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up. If you didn't, please hit that thumbs down. Let me know what you think I should do differently. And as always, you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next video. Later.